Hey guys, it's Paige. A few days ago, I got back from Vidcon and I learned a lot of things that I hadn't known before. And today I'm going to be sharing some tips, tricks, and things that I learned from Vidcon, and I'm hoping that they'll help you. The first thing is that you have to wait in a line for a long time. I recommend that you make it at least 2 or 3 hours before the building opens. I got there 2 hours, 2.5 hours till the doors opened, and I still waited for like a long time, and it took me like 40 minutes just to get in the building. And when I got there 2.5 hours early, I still was like really far away from the building. I was like down the street pretty much. There's no guarantees. There's not a guarantee that you'll meet the people you want to or see the people that you want to meet. It's actually really hard. And even if you have access to certain areas because you have a pass on, it doesn't mean that you'll make it, because the room might get full and they can't fit enough people without it being safe. So don't be upset if you can't get into certain events. Thankfully I got into the ones I wanted because I got there early enough. But just be cautious. The next thing is it's kind of a sad one, but you don't really get one-on-one time with your favorite YouTubers. A lot of them are super busy and only have time for a quick photo and maybe like a hi, but you don't really get to talk to really famous YouTubers. So that's kind of disappointing because you're thinking they might not remember you and all that. Next thing is, like I said before, it's really hard to meet YouTubers. A lot of them don't want to be mobbed, so they usually just have like a meet and greet that they have or a signing, and they don't really they can't really walk around very much because they don't want to get mobbed, because a lot of people get crowded and you don't get to meet them. And I may make it look like it's easy to meet stars, but it's actually really hard. I took a lot of risks to meet who I wanted to. There's a lot of events at the same time and I wanted to meet certain people, but I couldn't because there's another person I wanted to meet that had a signing at the same time as the other person. And so there's like a lot of risks, but usually it's all worth it because maybe you might see them again, or maybe there's somebody you want to meet more than another person. Don't have any expectations beforehand about what VidCon's like, because it's a lot different than what you think. I thought that I could do 3 things at the same time, and that is so untrue. It literally takes like 30 minutes just to get into the building. And sometimes the lines are super long that it takes hours and hours, and usually the signings are 2 hours long and you can barely meet one person in that time slot. So just don't have any expectations. The next thing is pretty important. Don't make a schedule, because I made a schedule and I didn't do like anything that was on my schedule. My schedule changed a lot because a lot of people change their signing times, or there's things that you might find out about later that you want to do instead, and some things you can't fit in that time zone. There's just like a bunch of things. Next thing is you learn a lot. It's not just about meeting your favorite stars. You actually learn a lot about YouTube and the business, and it was actually helpful to me. I actually wanted to just go to like meet my favorite stars, but I ended up getting like a lot of help from the YouTubers. They give great advice about vlogging, about YouTube videos. They are really really helpful, and the panels I highly recommend. Next thing is risks. Like I said before, you might have to cancel a meet and greet so you can go to somebody else's panel. And I actually missed quite a bit of Shay Carl's meetings. I only met him twice, or no, I only met him once, because I actually skipped a lot of his meet and greets because I thought, oh, maybe I'll see them next time. And I really wanted to meet Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, because I love her videos a lot. And I was afraid that if I went to Shay's meeting that I'd miss her. And the thing was, hers wasn't even a meet and greet. Hers was just like a panel that you listen to, and sometimes you might not even get to meet them there. But I ran up right after the panel and I was able to meet her, so that was really awesome. The next thing is you meet a lot of people like in line. I feel like I spent most of my time in line than meeting the actual star themselves. I met quite a bit of friends, and just talk to the people around you. Don't be shy, because you meet so many awesome people. So those are pretty much all the things that I want to give you, like tips and all that. So I hope you guys like this, and if you have any tips that you want to give, or you had when you were at VidCon, or if you want to give people who haven't been to VidCon some advice, just write it in the comments, and I may respond if I haven't thought of it either, and so I'll talk to you guys later.